Hey, honey, it's your girl Brianna J, and this is Break Free From Yourself podcast. This podcast is my precious baby that is centered around self reflection and self love. It's about a young woman's journey, me, of course, to find inner peace, but also realizing that sometimes she can play a role in holding herself back from that peace. This is going to be a space where I'll be real with y'all, but I'll also be real with myself. Listen, I know I'm not the only one that can hold themselves back from that greatness that they're supposed to be. Maybe y'all will be able to relate and we can get through this journey together. So let's take a walk together, hun. I stumbled on this photograph. It kind of made me laugh. It took me way back down memory lane. I see the happiness. I see the pain. Where am I? Back down memory lane. Hey, honeys, and welcome back to another episode of Break Free From Yourself podcast. It's your girl, Brianna J, and we here. It's the first of the year. The first of the year. I was supposed to have this recorded and posted by today, but it's the first of the year, so Happy New Year. Yay! Confetti, confetti, confetti. Anyways, we all know that New Year is a time where we do a lot of heavy reflecting. And we be making memories. We also set resolutions. So today is going to be about memories, but we're also going to talk about some New Year resolutions that we're going to do for 2025. Are y'all excited? Because I'm excited about 2025. How are y'all feeling? But before we do that, and not just, okay, let me say this before I get into it. You know how we make those resolutions that we don't keep or we may or may not keep? Let's try our best to keep those. Let's make some reasonable resolutions. Make some attainable resolutions. But we'll talk about those later. Okay. Anyways, I want to go ahead and do a moment of silence for the young lady that I just played a few seconds ago. Shout out to Minnie Riperton. Moment of silence. So, Memory Lane is one of my favorite songs by her. The other one, Inside My Love, but Memory Lane was a one of her last few songs. It was definitely on her last album, but it was one of the last few songs that she did before her untimely passing. And this song touches my heart because one, I have a special connection to memories, but not only that, um, the fact that I don't know if y'all have ever listened to the whole song. Y'all should definitely listen to it on Spotify, Apple playlist, whatever you listen to your music on YouTube. I would suggest YouTube because you actually get to see the video, one of her last videos that she did. But just watching that video and knowing that she was preparing to pass, at the end she's saying, "Save me," because she knows that she don't have that much time left. And that really, I'm an empath, so that really touched my heart. Like, Minnie, rest in peace. So we're going to take a moment, or we took the moment of silence for her. I do also want to pay homage to her because if y'all don't know her, you do know that one song that she got. Love you. Okay, y'all know how I go. But the song that she made for her daughter, Maya Rudolph, you're very familiar with her if you watch Saturday Night Live. But yes. So Miss Riperton had some bangers. And she's probably one of my favorite artists from the 70s. Memory Lane is definitely, like I said, top two, maybe it's definitely number two, but it's top two out of my songs for her. Because you can understand her emotion and you can also relate to, going back down memory lane, um, reflecting on the times that's passed, whether it's good, bad, this or that. So I love the song. I love her. Rest in peace. So, as stated before, I'm a person who cherishes memories and sentimental values. When I have conversation with friends, we end up talking for hours, going back down memory lane, reflecting on fun times, the times we should have learned from, and the times that we all want to forget. One thing that I do hate is that I don't remember every single event or every single detail about something that's happened. Sometimes when going back down memory lane, I don't even remember the event that took place. The mind is a funny thing and a terrible thing to waste. Since we're talking about going down memory lane, I wanted to do some fun facts or find some fun facts regarding the mind and memories. According to synapse.ac, memories start to form in the womb as early as 4 months during the pregnancy. But I'm gonna need some explain. Somebody got some explaining to do because why can't some of us remember moments as an infant? Like that time frame between infancy and the toddler stage. Why don't some of us remember? There are some of us that are lucky, the special and chosen ones. They're lucky enough to remember that. There are some, one off occasions, but the bulk of us do not remember that time frame. Why is that? Another fun fact that I found was that memory is prioritized by emotion, but that also means that a lot of our memories are unintended flawed fiction. I found that on legacybox.com, but I couldn't find the original source. But are they saying that we basically, if we don't remember something exactly, we're creating the memory? Like we'll remember it, but it may not be what actually happened. So we're creating a memory in our mind because we actually don't remember the actual event that happened or the details of the event. And I feel like we all have experienced that at some point. I know I have. Um or even when I'm trying to tell a story, sometimes I wanna stop telling a story because 'cause I'm like, I don't remember exactly what happened because our mind is just it just does its thing. It is so interesting. Like, it has so many different triggers that will literally shape how we think, what we think about it. The mind is just cool for real, for real. But I guess this also kinda explains why some of us have repressed memories. Navigating repressed memories can be complex because they manifest through unexplained emotional reactions, intrusive thoughts, or physical discomfort when remembering events. Another thing is we've talked about, when we start, our memory starts, but I didn't really talk about, when we lose memory. Honestly, you can lose your memory at any age. It almost doesn't matter. It could be age, it could be, health related, an accident. There's so many triggers that could, help you lose your memory. I say help. It's not helping if you're losing your memory, but that could trigger memory loss. Um, One thing that I did look up since I was thinking about memory loss or repressed memories is how can we get those memory back? Are there any things that we could do to, or take that could help bring back memory? We be watching all these movies and TV shows where people be losing their memories and then all of a sudden it comes back. So I wanted to see what actually does it. So some things that I found is according to legacybox.com again, vitamin B1 can help improve short and long-term memory because it produces the brain chemical uh acet acetylcholine. Uh, it's ACETYLCHO. Nah, I gotta look it up. We finna get Siri to pronounce this word because I can't. I'm not even gonna try. But it produces a chemical that's needed for concentrating and storing memories. We gonna find this word real quick. Hold on. Acetylcholine. Acetylcholine. So that's the chemical that vitamin B1 is supposed to produce. Also, another thing that I know y'all have seen on TikTok a lot was lion's mane. They've literally been driving that for a few months that lion's mane can help with bringing back memories. Uh, I thought about trying it. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to try it. I just been a little nervous because what if it brings back some stuff that I don't want to remember? But there are some. If you do suffer from memory loss, there are some things. There are probably more supplements or more things that you could take that could help you gain your memory, whether it's short term, long term, regardless. If you want your memory back, do some research. I could do it with you. We could find some things that could help trigger your memory and bring it back. Now, me, I love going down memory lane, especially because we can't always rely on our minds to remember everything. I'm gonna have some stuff to help me remember. I love photo books. I love photos, videos, souvenirs, and just stuff to help me remember. I never really liked journaling, but I did keep a journal that I kept like my poems. I kept a birthday card. And this birthday card is so hilarious because the girl who gave it to me, it said happy 15th birthday. And I had just turned 14 because I was lying about my age. And I ain't want nobody to know that I was younger than what I was. It was only an age difference of 1 year, but I didn't want anybody to like take advantage of me. So I was saying that I was a year older than I was because I started school earlier. Um, I have letters. These are not my letters, but I have letters. Like I have a lot of keepsakes. These are poems. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff in here. Um, so yeah, I didn't journal, but I used to write poetry, and I kept that in this little journal right here. Um, Another thing, as far as memory lane and keepsakes, this is not mine. This is actually, I'm not gonna say stolen because I didn't steal it from my daddy, but this my dad went to Japan before I was born, and so he had these stress balls, and I've kept them. He probably has asked about them maybe once or twice. He don't care that I got them, so I'm keeping them because it's something that I feel like ties me to my dad. Even though we talk, but it's a keepsake for me. Even though I've never been to Japan, maybe I could use this as motivation to actually go to Japan. But these are Japanese stress balls. I don't use them often. I usually just keep the box nearby because just having the sight of the box kind of helps with stress, I guess. Um, but yeah, I like keepsakes and pictures. We're gonna go down a picture book in a little bit, but before we get to that, actually no, let's go ahead and do that now. So I we're not gonna go too far in depth with the pictures, but when I tell you I love photo books, because it's just like who is this? There's this one picture that I didn't know if it was me or my sister because I feel like all babies they come out kind of light skinned. It's like it kind of looked like me and it kind of didn't. And I'm like, I don't know who this baby is. But this is just my little photo book. All of my other photo books are at my mom's house. Hopefully they still there. Like, who is this? I really don't know. Wait.
Papa, who this woman?
Hold on. I don't know who that child is, but I'm like, who is that? And I'm just like, I love all these keepsakes and these memories. So yeah, I keep a photo album. Not only do I have the hardcover photo albums, I have the photo albums in your phone. Facebook memories, Snapchat memories, Google Photos, all of those apps get on my nerves because they pop up with all the photos that you took with your exes, your former friends that you're no longer friends with. I try not to delete photos and pictures. So the fact that I don't delete photos and pictures for the most part, I don't delete them anyways. All these freaking apps keep reminding me, hey, y'all used to be cool. Y'all used to be tight. I'm not using it as a sign to, hey, oh, we need to rekindle nothing, but it gets annoying. I feel like all of these apps low key kind of hate me because why are you trying to remind me of some stuff? I know I said I like memories, but I like the memories that I like. Um, you ain't gotta remind me that me and what's the name used to be friends. Me and what's the name used to talk. You ain't have to do all that. But to reference many songs, I try not to get rid of pictures and keepsakes because I love that I can remember happiness and pain. I know I was just talking about I don't want to remember certain things, but I keep my text threads because if me and somebody start beefing, I need to know why we beefing so I know not to go back. So whether it's painful or not, I value keeping those memories. One, so I can make sure I don't double back. And two, just because I value just the memory. Um, it shows me the pain that I ultimately grew from and changed in my life. These memories are a record of the different stages of my life, and it always is a good thing to reflect back on. Like I said, there are going to be memories that you want to remember, and are those memories that you glad that you forgot. um, Therefore, I'm not going to get the ones that I already got rid of. Sorry, see you later, sucker. I didn't mean to. I was emotional. But I'm gonna try not to get rid of any pictures and stuff from past relationships or friendship breakups because honestly, it was a chapter in my life. And I don't want to be where I get to an age where I'm trying to remember what happened and I can't. I did a poll on my IG story, but I plan on also doing a poll on here so I could just figure out again. I've done a poll at least twice on IG, but do y'all keep memories or keepsakes or photos from either past relationships or past friendships? If so, why or why not? I need to know. I know the second time around, I got so the first time I asked it in my story, everybody was like, "Nah, I ain't keeping nothing. I ain't keeping nothing." But I'm be honest, the second time I asked, I got a lot more yeses. And actually, there was one yes that I got. They said that they would keep it until they actually got married. And I'm like, that makes sense. You don't want to disrespect your spouse and the bond that you have between them. But I remember when I got with my last ex, I deleted everything. And I'm like, why did I not with him? I deleted like pictures with previous people. And I'm like, honestly, let's say, I don't know. I'm not even gonna speak that up. But anyways, there was a point where I ended up deleting all of these pictures that were my memories that I can't get back for a relationship that didn't even work out. Yes, a marriage could possibly not work out too, but it's like, dang, I'm getting rid of my memories for somebody else. Of course, I wouldn't want to disrespect my spouse or even my partner, but I also don't want to not have memories when that's something that I value most is memories. I value the present with my partner, but I also like to go down memory lane. I go down memory lane with my spouse about stuff that we experienced or stuff that I've experienced before them. Like I like talking about memories. It makes me feel good. I will watch the same shows 3, 4, 5,000 times because I like the feeling that I had when I initially watched it. So, yeah. Do y'all keep stuff? Do y'all, even if you're not in a relationship, just in general, do you keep or get rid of keepsakes, memories, photos, anything? Or with friendships, do you get rid of those things or do you keep them? Why or why not? Now, let's get into these New Year resolutions or one resolution for real, for real. As far as resolutions go, I plan to take content creation seriously and trying to take it to the next level in all aspects. So, streams, YouTube videos, reels on TikTok and Instagram. We're going to be more consistent. My podcast, more consistent. Consistency is key, which is going to require better time management. You know, I've always been one of those time sticklers, especially with other people. Now I got to do it with myself. That's a healthy resolution that I think I've created for myself. Speaking of, I did a couple vision board activities this past like 2, 3 weeks. Y'all will see some videos or just content about that later on. But just know 2025 is going to be a year for me. The year of determination, motivation. This is my last year in my 20s. So I plan on doing more by also just taking better care of myself in all ways, in all aspects. So that's what this podcast is about, self reflecting and trying to do better than what we did before. I am going to actually embody that. I'm not saying that I didn't before in the past, but we going to make sure in 2025 that I do that. So I do want to thank you all for sticking around and coming because, you know, I'll be taking some hiatuses because I'll be trying to get my mind right or just time. Life be lifing. So I thank you even throughout all of the hiatuses for sticking around with me. And I pray that you continue this journey with me. We locking in, twin. come back for another episode of Break Free From Yourself podcast. Bye, honeys.
Follow this girl.
Okay,
subscribe. I don't know your account name. We gotta restart that. We gotta refocus.